because they're not in that friendship for any mutual benefit. They're not there for you as a friend. They are there for themselves. There are people who believe that only they matter, and therefore they will be in a friendship because it benefits them. It is beneficial to them. It makes them. There is something they want from it, and so it's not about the two of you. It's about them. And such people, they will be in that friendship for as long as what they want, they can get what they want. Immediately you're not able to give them what they want, or immediately they've already got what they needed, they'll move on. So what impact does a fake friend has on you, or what kind of impact would fake friends have on you? What do you experience when you are in a fake friendship? One, you feel disappointed. Fake friends make you feel disappointed. One, because we've already said they are unreliable. You can't depend on them. So if they tell you something and they're not able to keep their word, that disappoints you. So they will disappoint you. Fake friends disappoint you because they don't honor their word. They cannot honor their word. They'll hurt your feelings, and they hurt your feelings especially when they disrespect you, when they belittle you maybe in front of other people, or they say some things that make you feel, they hurt you. They hurt you especially in front of people. So they hurt you. Your feelings are hurt by fake friends. The other thing that you experience as a result of having fake friends is that you feel betrayed. And you will feel betrayed because, as we've already said, fake friends sometimes will talk about you. They will talk behind your back. They will give confidential information about you to other people. So you feel betrayed. You feel betrayed by these people. We call fake friends. The other thing that fake friends can do to you is to make you cynical about friendships. And what that means is that they may make you start wondering or even doubting whether there can be true friendships. And this is because of how they behave. You look at their behavior, they are manipulative, they are disloyal, and all that. So they make you become cynical, which is a really dangerous thing for you, especially because it affects your relationships. It makes you kind of put walls up that you're not able now to develop healthy relationships, because at the back of your mind you feel, I'm not even sure that this person wants to be my friend for me. They may not necessarily be genuine about their feelings. So you become cynical, and that affects your relationships, which might otherwise be good for you. You can develop low self-esteem as a result of having fake friends, and especially if they downplay your worth, your self-worth. If you're not strong, if you're not careful, you can actually start developing low self-esteem. The other thing which is really important to note is that fake friends or fake friendships can cause you to experience trauma. You can become traumatized as a result of fake friends, and especially if there is a lot of if they are toxic, and especially if that relationship has been going on for long, and also if there has been gaslighting going on in that relationship. So they may traumatize you, or that kind of friendship is likely to cause you to experience trauma. So how can you deal with fake friends, or how can we deal with fake friends? So it's important, first of all, to mention that you may not necessarily know a person is a fake friend like immediately you start having a relationship. It may take a bit of time. So it's not something that you can pick today and tomorrow you decide, apana, this one I don't think is a genuine friend. So it takes a bit of time, but it helps if you do some of the following things. One, pay attention. Pay attention to how they behave, what they talk. Pay attention to things like, is there manipulation? There are some things that if you pay attention, you will know from the outset that this is likely to develop into a fake friendship. So pay attention to your senses. And by that I mean what your senses are your eyes, your ears, your whatever. What you see, what you hear, what are they saying? What do you see? When you're around them, how do you feel? So pay attention. Do they respect you? Do they, do they honor you, their word? Do they say something and those are the things you need to pay attention to. And if you start paying attention early enough, you may be able to discover what kind of people they are early enough. The other thing is trust your instincts. Our instincts or our gut feeling is something that sometimes we ignore, but sometimes when you encounter fake friends, you can easily tell. There's something about them there's something in you that tells you this is someone you need to be aware of. So if your instincts tell you something is wrong, pay attention. And you don't have to wait to find out whether your instincts are right or wrong. If you have a very strong feeling that this is not a person I want to hang around with, then by all means, listen to your instincts. The other thing you can do about in dealing with fake friends is to speak out. If you notice behavior that is not pleasing to you, if you notice behavior that is crossing the boundaries, if you notice behavior that is disrespectful, or generally any behavior like we have mentioned, you need to speak out. Of course, you will expect some defensiveness, some resistance, but it is important for you to say what is acceptable and what is not acceptable in your relationship, what is acceptable to you or not. And it is better to deal with that issue than to wait and then suffer some of these outcomes later. So speak out. The other thing is that if you don't have boundaries, you need to establish boundaries within your friendship. Boundaries will tell these are the people around you, what is acceptable to you, what is not, how far they can go, how far they cannot go, and ensure also that those boundaries are respected. So for instance, if let's say you work really hard and you need rest at night, you may need to establish a boundary around the calls that you can take. What time of the night can you not take calls? Unless it's an emergency. Those kind of boundaries protect you. They protect your well-being. They protect your physical health. They protect your emotional health. And it's important that when you establish those boundaries, let them be open. Let the people around you know, and also let those boundaries be respected. Because if boundaries are not respected, then it's almost like they shouldn't really be. I mean, why are they there in the first place? So establish your boundaries. And if you notice that this friend is not about to change, or probably there's no way that this friendship can develop, then you may need to let go. Or the friendship has been there, but now you've discovered this is a fake friend without the signs. You need to let them go. And it's really not that hard to let someone go. Sometimes you probably just need to remove yourself from that relationship, cut off, your interactions. Sometimes you may need to, whichever way you want to do it, you need to let yourself get out of that relationship. Sometimes it simply means cutting yourself off the communication lines, or less interactions, or slowly, or just a clean cut. But however you want to do it, it is important to let them go. And especially if they are not willing to change, they are not showing any signs, despite the fact that you probably have talked to them. It is also important to exercise self-care. Self-care is what helps you get rid of some of the emotional, the emotional baggage that you carry with this kind of relationship, or this kind of friendship. So exercise self-care. And part of self-care is also is physical, your physical nurturing, like sleep. Make sure you're sleeping enough, make sure you're eating well, make sure you're exercising well, make sure you're hydrating yourself. Do the things that you love to do, the things that help you to relax, because this kind of relationship can really take a toll on you. So exercise self-care. The other point is that you need to find support. Find support from, share your feelings with genuine friends, people around you, maybe family members or other friends who genuinely care about you, people who love you, people who care about your well-being. You can share with them what you're going through, so that you don't have to carry this burden on your own. Even if you're planning to cut yourself, from that relationship, even after you've already left that relationship, it's important to share some of the things that you've gone through, some of the feelings that you have that are still lingering. It's good to share with people who care, because there's a way they can help you. And sometimes you may need to seek professional help, and especially if these friendships have taken a real big toll on you, especially where there have been instances of gaslighting or betrayal or heavy manipulation, or your self-esteem has really been eroded. You may need professional help. Seek a mental health professional who will help you to build yourself up again, your self-esteem, build your resilience, remind yourself of your worth, just helping you get back on your feet. So professional help is going to assist you to get back on track again. So we've talked about some of the signs of a fake friend, and also how you can deal with them and what makes a person become a fake friend. But how can we build healthy relationships, healthy friendships ourselves? Let's not just talk about people out there. Let's not just talk about our friends. What about us? How can we build healthy, genuine friendships? One, be yourself. Don't try to be someone else. Just be authentic. Be you. Let people know you for who you are. Let people know this is who I am, the good, the bad, and the ugly. This is me. That way, you already give people a consistency about you. People don't have to walk around you like they're walking on eggshells because they don't know how you're going to behave today, as opposed to how you behaved yesterday. Let them know who you really are by just being you. Be authentic, be you. Number two, seek out those who have similar values, like-minded people. Because like-minded people are likely to share values that are almost similar or similar values. So these are the kind of people who are likely to get along with you. So seek like-minded people, and you're probably going to build genuine friendships. And then look for balance also. Let it be a healthy friendship where there's a give and the take. Let it not just be you giving or you just receiving. Remember, we said one of the signs of fake friends is being self-centered. It's about them. So let there be balance between you and your friends, so that it's healthy. It is also important to focus on quality as opposed to quantity. You would rather just have one or two genuine friends, people you can rely on, people you can depend on, people who are loyal, people who are there for you, and people you are there for in good times, in bad times, rather than having a whole bunch of people who you are really not sure whether they are friends or not, who you are not sure whether you can depend on them when you really need them. So focus on quality as opposed to quantity. Pay attention to red flags. There are some behaviors that if you really pay attention to, like we said at the beginning, you can actually see. If someone is manipulative, that's a red flag. That's a red flag. If there are certain red flags that you will know from the beginning. And if you notice those things, don't ignore them. So pay attention to red flags. Red flags, it will not take long before red flags are visible to you. So this relationship may not go for long before you are actually able to tell this is not a genuine friend. So pay attention to red flags. If someone is manipulative, if someone speaks behind your back, or if someone does not listen to you, like when you're talking, they speak over you, or they say some nasty things in front of other people, those are red flags. You need to pay attention. The last thing is that you need to be patient. When you're building genuine, authentic friendships, let us be patient, because you don't build friendships like this overnight. It's a process. It's something that needs to be nurtured. It's something that grows, and it needs work. And so it's not something that you're going to experience overnight. It's important, like that, as your friendship is growing, as you're striving to build this friendship, it is important that if it is a genuine friendship, it doesn't mean that it's going to be smooth all the way. There are times when you may have arguments. There are times you may have disagreements. There are times when you may not necessarily, see things the same way. But that doesn't mean that there's something faulty or there's something wrong. It just means it's healthy and it's growing. Like everything that grows, it will have ups and downs. So pay attention. Pay attention to red flags. Be alert to anything that you feel may be off. Listen to your gut feeling, but also be patient. Be patient, and if you have the right people, your friendship will grow. And friendships, as we said, if they are healthy, genuine, true friendships, they are very, very good for us because they help us. They help us to stay healthy, both physically and also emotionally. So it's important to weed out fake friends and fake friendships and establish genuine ones, because we are social beings, so we need friends, we need people around us. That is why inevitably you find ourselves in fake friendships, because it is in that effort of trying to establish relationships. But it is possible to have healthy, true, and genuine friendships, and it is also possible to weed out those that we consider to be fake. And that way we will be healthier, we will be happier. Thank you for being with us, and we shall see you in our next videos. So stay tuned. Thank you.